Today on Connect, moving your business out of your home and into an office. Plus, we'll introduce you to a resource for women business owners and entrepreneurs. And get motivated. We have tips on how to get to a new you in just 30 days. Get ready. Connect starts right now.
So have you been thinking about working out of a space that's not Starbucks or your home office? Well, Richard Cheng is the president of Suffolk Executive Offices. Yes. What's going on?
That's great.
How'd you guys come up with that name?
We're located in downtown Suffolk, across the street from City Hall, right beside the library. I figure it's appropriate to name it the city that we want to grow our community.
The co-working executive office world is really taken off in the last decade. You started this because you saw it as a challenge in growing your kind of business portfolio. Tell me the backstory of how you started.
Well, the backstory, I started out mostly in residential. My father and I started residential. We rented, fixed, flipped homes before it got popular here. And we decided we wanted to sort of step up our game, decided to get into commercial real estate investment. We did that approximately 19 years ago. And through that time period, we have found out most of our small business people didn't fulfill their lease obligation for 5 years. It's usually average 3 years. They'll come up to me, Rich, I can't pay my rent this month, and I'll ask them why. So that's been progressing for the past 15 years. And the more excuses I've gotten, I realized that the problem was they took out all their startup capital to do the build out, buy the furniture, the internet, the phone, all that stuff. You're talking about $20,000 to $60,000 for a startup business. They put it into the office, and when it's time to start or open their business, they're tapped out of money. There's no money for advertising, payroll, and they're struggling just to make ends meet. And we found that that's a problem. So, and I've always been challenged for the past about 2 years, and my dad is challenged, like, there's a problem, find the solution, find that gap. So doing research, been hearing about co-working space, shared office space, gotten real popular. So I went to a lot of different spaces, asking questions, and hey, what works, what doesn't work. And so I sort of put that together and came up with a solution. And through our office space rental and our retail spaces, we decided to close our second floor and decided to open a fully furnished, turnkey office space. I mean, literally just bring your laptop in. I mean, everything is literally provided. Our office spaces, phones, and copiers.
How important was that time where you weren't building, you were researching, you were questioning, you were talking to different people? How important was that time into you actually launching the business?
That was very important because I didn't really understand. I never dealt with the public. And mostly the houses we deal with tenants, and it's really not a public relation type of thing. It wasn't really advertising, promoting your business. And this new venture was definitely a big step for us to learn the ins and outs of business.
So remote world is pretty popular.
Yes.
People work at the coffee shops, that's pretty popular. But then they recognize, hey, I probably need to get an office, but I'm still on the fence. What do you tell them if someone's on the fence?
Well, I found out that most people work out of their home office. They need that, to make that close that big deal or having that big sales pitch, they know they need a sort of a quality office space to give them that credibility. And one thing I talk to most of our clients that comes in and do our tour with us, they're like, well, when our client looks us up, they look us at Zulu.com, they see us on our home, they don't want to take the next step further, so we need a professional business address or even office space. And we actually offer a day office where it's fully furnished, pictures, pencil, paper. You give them the impression that this is your home office. They just rent it by the hour. Our terms are short-term leases.
You might be 2017 Networker of the Year. I see your picture everywhere. I see you at a bunch of events. Yes. How does networking work for you? What's your top tips for how to network?
Oh my gosh, I think networking is so crucial, so important for small business. I'm an introvert. I don't like networking, but to make my business grow, I'll step out of my little shell, out of my little square box type of thing. And I preach this to everybody, every small business. Go to network. You meet people. You get a chance to network, learn from each other, collaborate, ask questions. What worked for you? What doesn't work for you? And that's what network's all about. It's about building relationships. It's not really passing your business card and getting a lead. It's building the relationships, because eventually building a relationship, you have that credibility where they know you, trust you, and like you. Yeah.
You guys are doing your own networking events now too.
We are, yes.
How did you guys decide that was something of a necessity?
Well, I think most business today, they play more defense. They open their shop or store and put an open sign, expect customers coming in. Mm-hmm. So we decided we're going to be offense. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to have events so we can go out to the public. Hey, we're having this event. We're having, actually we're having the sheriff in the event, network event. Hey, come out, meet the sheriff. Or we have this self-defense class for females entrepreneurs. So that's how we get out to the public.
I love it. I know that if someone asked me what's the biggest thing that's ever worked for you, meetups and events,
yes,
and creating my own were the ones that really helped move me forward in business. So, Richard, I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.